Welcome to my channel, StrictlyComiX. This is Matt coming back at you with a contest video. This video contest is for a channel called StrictlyComiX. He had a contest for the new Batman v Superman movie. We were supposed to name why we think Batman is more popular than Superman, and also how much money we think the movie's going to gross opening weekend. Right here in the backdrop, just to let you know, this is a Batman v Superman San Diego Comic-Con exclusive toy that came out during last year's Comic-Con. It's pretty rare. It was like the first thing sold out every day. I haven't checked lately, but it was going for a whole bunch online recently, so I was super happy to get it. It was pretty cheap at the Comic-Con, so I'm very happy with that. I'll start out with giving my prediction on the money. It's really hard to judge how much a movie's going to make nowadays. The last few big blockbusters that have come out, Hollywood always gives its projections, and it's from the news outlets and stuff. And I think they projected Deadpool at around 80 million, and it did over 120. So they were pretty far off on this. They're projecting Batman v Superman to perform in the 140 range, which I think is a little low. I've seen people predicting well over 200 for it as well. It's hard to kind of judge. The last Batman movie to come out was the highest grossing Batman movie yet, The Dark Knight Rises. That one made about 186 million opening weekend. That was also a summer release. Another caveat about that movie, it was the highest grossing non-3D movie. 3D really jumps the value as far as how much money a movie can make. And it's really kind of, all these box office numbers to me are a little silly because it's not about, to me, it shouldn't be about how much money's made. It should be about how many people are going to see it. So 3D and things like that shouldn't matter. You say Gone with the Wind is the most seen movie of all time in the theaters. More people saw that, but it's nowhere near the top 10 because it was made in the 50s, I believe. And, obviously with inflation and stuff, that's the top movie of all time, but we don't really see it that way because, Star Wars, the tickets were a lot more expensive. You probably could make Star Wars, or you can make Gone with the Wind for how much it costs to buy a ticket to Star Wars, basically. So my projection, I'm going to go ahead and say $184,444, just to stick with the fours there. I think it's going to do really well. I think it's going to outperform any other movie released during this time of the year. Summer does usually give movies a big bounce. I think with Star Wars kind of proving that it doesn't matter what time of the year, how much money a movie can make. I'm going to predict this to blow away any other March release. I think the highest previous March release was one of the Hunger Game movies. I don't know. It's been getting a little bit of bad press over the last month or so. There's been leaks of people who hated it, and some of the fan reviews after the first screeners, the last couple days, haven't been as top notch as you would have hoped. Still, it's nowhere near the Fantastic Four. Got really all that bad press before. It's nothing like that. So again, at least it's getting mixed reviews, not solid reviews. My goal going to is to like it and to enjoy it. And so I think I'm going to be able to do that. I don't think it would have to be really bad for me not to like it just because I'm such a big Batman and Superman fan. But that's my number, $184,444 million. So that's it. So let's move on. Why is Batman more popular than Superman? Well, there's a couple reasons. I'm probably one of the worst people to ask because if you've seen my videos, you know that my favorite character is Batman. I buy almost all the Bat books, all the associated characters, and I'm going to go ahead and just break it down to 3 things. Number 1, reason Batman is more popular than Superman are their families. The Bat family, you have Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, the Red Hood, Batgirl, Tim Drake, even going to the future, Batman Beyond, Alfred, Jim Gordon. There's a whole huge Bat family of allies that Batman goes with. All those characters are great characters. All those characters sustain their own books with their own level of popularity. You'll find people who are not just Batman fans, but you'll find people who are Nightwing fans. You'll find people who are Catwoman fans, Harley Quinn fans, all the Joker fans, all these different people in the Bat family are really popular, and we contrast that with Superman's family. Superman's family is, Supergirl is doing really well with her TV show right now, so can't hate on Supergirl that much. And then after that, we have Lois Lane, who is a nice character, who is often well done. That TV show from the 90s, Lois and Clark. Lois Lane was actually the main character and carried that show with Terry Hatcher playing her. And she can be a really well done character. We also have Jimmy Olsen, who for some reason in the Batman v Superman world is Ginny Olsen. But we'll see if actual Jimmy shows up or not. And really, there's some other ones. You have Superman's parents who, are dead, just like Bruce Wayne's parents are. But really, as his whole family and all his allies, and for those Superman fans out there, I apologize, I'm not as well versed in Superman lore and legend, but just to me, it doesn't seem like Superman's family and supporting characters are nearly as strong as Batman's. The number 2 reason why Batman is more popular than Superman, and this time I'll go with their villains. Batman has the best rogues gallery in all of comics. Just going down the list, we have the Joker, the Riddler, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Court of Owls, Talons, Bane. And there's probably some of you watching right now saying he hasn't named the best one, and I probably haven't. But you can see the list goes on and on. All those are great villains. All those deserve to be in movies, deserve to have special recognition, and are very popular. Superman does have himself a nice rogues gallery as well. It's probably one of the top 5 or top 10 in all of comics, but it's nowhere on the level as Batman's. Superman's best villains, Lex Luthor, who's an awesome villain, who is kind of like an evil version of Batman in many ways, using his intelligence to outwit Superman. But really, Lex Luthor, if you put him into Batman's rogues gallery, he'd probably be 5th or 6th, if even that high. Zod, great villain. Parasite, Doomsday. Superman has an awesome rogues gallery, not to take anything away from it. But to me, a hero is only as good as his villains. And the villains for Batman are just far superior. And that's really what it comes down to. And the number 3 reason I'll share with you, not to make this video go for too long, is Batman is much easier to write for. He's been done so many different ways over the years. We got Batman 66, campy style, Batman the Dark Knight, really dark, brooding style, and everywhere in between. And all those interpretations on Batman work. And they're all valid. I love watching the old Batman 66 stuff. The camp is great with Adam West, and I watch those every time they come on TV, and I enjoy it. Even the Tim Burton Batman stuff, that level of Batman darkness, the Christopher Nolan, and all the writers throughout the ages. Batman's very versatile. How you can write him, what kind of stuff you can make him do, and it still feels like Batman, no matter how you write it. Superman's a little different. Superman is truth, justice, and the American way. And though, you know, if you look at our country and our history in America, Superman represented this idealistic way, and America's grown a lot more cynical over the years. And to try to update and modernize Superman it's been difficult to do. Because once you get rid of all that truth, justice, and American way, you're kind of getting rid of the essence of that character. He's not versatile enough to be it because he's too powerful. You know, it's really hard to find a way to write him where you can kind of modernize him and bring him to modern days without completely changing who he is. Where Batman has evolved throughout the ages pretty easily because of the way he's been written and the writers who have taken him on. So that's my video. A lot longer. I thought I was going to keep this around 5 minutes because I got another video I want to put up. So I'm going to go ahead and end at that. Thanks for watching.